What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time. As a musician myself, and today is the return of Super Paper Mario, and we are going to be listening to the Ultimate Show Final Battle, followed by. I'm surprised the song is following this, but this is Castle Bleck. Maybe I should have heard these backwards. I don't know, whatever. From the channel Cha Chingo Cristiano, requested by Carson, and that random hobo you walked past. All of your guys' usernames are so funny. Okay, well, I've been listening to a little bit of Super Paper Mario lately, so I think this is the last batch for a while. Great music, though. Weird, though. Okay, we're going to go straight to the final battle. The Ultimate Show SPM. This thumbnail's so yellow, it like paints my skin. You know what that reminded me of? That one Yoko Shimomura song. In the Final, I think it's called. This is strange. Is this also Yoko Shimomura? Ooh, I like that like kind of bubbly sound. It sounds like an old handheld kind of. Ooh, it's a little sporadic. Keeps changing. Let me know if this has any motifs in it. By the strangeness of it, I feel like it's loaded with them. Or maybe even stuff I've heard before. That part's cool. That's sick. Is Luigi in this game? That reminds me. I just looked at the thumbnail. When I hear stuff like that, I think of Luigi. Like this. Like this. Every time he's like in a game, I feel like it's got like some weird hauntedness to him. Are you fighting Luigi? Do you ever fight Luigi? That was so bizarre but cool. That felt like a equivalent of like a Twilight Zone or something. One thing before I go on, I should mention that these were requested a very long time ago. Like a long time ago. So this was way before I started to group the songs in duos. So, don't think the requesters like, why did they put these together? They had no idea that I was going to put these together when they requested them. So if I had to guess, like for example, like this was meant to just be shown just like that by itself. If I had to guess, they're probably not related at all whatsoever. But a small part of me wants to say that maybe the next song plays before. I don't know. Unless something else happens after the final battle. Maybe there's like a little bonus area or something. It's not totally impossible. That was really cool. Like it sounded chaotic and didn't want to stay in place for too long. Although I'm pretty sure we heard 2 loops. Each about 1:30. Yeah, just about. Yeah, it was weird. It sounded to me like the equivalent of If it is a boss, which sounds like, it sounds like a boss where a lot of stuff is happening. Like, for example, you're not just moving a character, there's also like platforming or something. The only thing that comes to mind as an example would be like Tiny Tiger and Crash. You know, you have to hit them, but you also have to like jump on the right platforms. So you're kind of like doing double duty. You can die from both him and the environment. That's what that kind of music sends to me. It sounds like your eyes are peeled, and by the end of it, you're like blinking because you weren't blinking the whole time. It sounded like hazards falling and a bunch of just different nonsense. I'm always under the impression, and I know this is incorrect, this just shows you how much I know about Mario, but I'm always under the impression that the final boss of these games is typically Bowser, but who knows, you know, it's been more than 30 years, they have to mix it up every now and then. So let me know who's actually fighting here, but that was really cool. That was, you know, with Mario, I really, truly, almost like Sonic, don't know what to expect. The genres are everywhere. Everywhere. And they almost have like this bit of like, I don't want to say cockiness, but I feel like, I don't know how to explain this, but when I hear Mario music, it's like Nintendo knows that you're going to buy it and that it's going to do well. So they just kind of go with any idea because it's attached to such a strong piece of history in video games. You know what I mean? Like there's like this almost like we can't do wrong, so just put this random, you know, sound effect here or whatever. Like it's just they have room to kind of be a little wild, you know. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. They can obviously just do the whole you know, cookie cutter thing, but everything I've heard Mario so far, whether it's Mario Kart, Paper, the 64 stuff, oh, the other song I said in the final, it's just really like good because it's bold. That's my take on it, at least. We have Castle Bleck. Interesting name, Bleck. By the way, the other one said composers Yasuhisa Baba, Chika Sekigawa, and Naoko Mitome. I don't know if I've heard anything from them before. Same one for this one. Castle Bleck. I'm just gonna pretend the songs aren't related. Just two different songs in the game. See what I mean? Just do whatever, you know? Throw it out the wall, something's gonna stick. Sounds Middle Eastern. Ooh, I like this. I don't know why I like it, but I do. How do you come up with this stuff, dude? Let's do half chiptune, half whatever. Also, I haven't heard much of Wii ever. I've heard like one song from Wii Sports. This. I don't know what else. What other Wii have I heard? I barely know the console. Damn, what else? What other Wii have I heard? I remember this console taking over the world when it came out. People lining outside the door for months. This thing was hard to find everywhere. Who knew, too? Motion controls. I never thought that would ever take off. Seriously. What the heck is this? kind of castle is this? They both have that little bit of weirdness, though. Maybe they are related. I'm gonna guess this is like a callback of some kind. That was cool. That was climbing up the scale. Both of those songs were fantastic. And they did sound kind of similar. They both gave me this like, huh? Feel, you know, like intimidating kind of. Both had grooves and just had this aura of just like concern. Although this one, you know what's funny? Although it had very like a throwback sound and whatnot, it actually reminded me of just one little similar thing to Nier Automata, which is one of my favorite soundtracks I discovered on this channel. In Nier Automata, there's these sections called hacking sections, which is what makes the soundtrack so cool. You have like the regular cool soundtrack, and then once you get into the sections of the game, you get those same songs that's currently playing, but in like a chiptune fashion, and it just like all of a sudden just, you know, gets deconstructed, and over here it's like a hybrid. And I don't know, it just reminded me of it because not a lot of games do that. Also, I've been hearing of this game lately called Void Stranger. There's a couple of videos on it, and that's kind of weird timing because, like I said, I heard that just a couple of days ago, and now I'm hearing this. I guess I want to take this time to talk about the Wii, because when I was talking about it, it really made me think that I never talked about the Wii because I never owned one, and I don't know nothing about it. But you know, each reaction is different, and I can share stories about different stuff. I remember specifically, like, the Wii's craze. I think it was, like, 2007 or 2008. It feels like very those 2 years to me. Maybe 2009. No, I think it was 2008. And just people out the doors. It was sold out everywhere. And I was always thinking, like, why? You know? Of course, I didn't know at the time it was going to be so iconic with stuff that's highly revered, like Wii Sports and what else? I think one of the Mario games. But it's like, not this one. It was another one. I think it was a 3D one. And I always thought to myself, I'm like, why? Motion controls? Like, that seems so... It seems like every time that's been attempted, at least prior, it just failed. Unless that was the time they got it right. For example, I grew up with games, right? For the most part. I remember the Virtual Boy. That thing was horrible. It wasn't really motion controls, but, you know, it was just something. It was a peripheral retina burning device. But I remember it. That failed. Then there was the iToy on PlayStation, which was like a camera, like a webcam, basically. You put on your PlayStation, and then that was controlling games. Like, you could touch the screen with just standing up. And I'm not sure if the Kinect was already out at this time or after. But to me, it seemed like motion gaming just never really took off because no one... Well, not no one, but I know like most... No, like I don't want to say most either. But it seems like the majority of people, when they think about games, they're not thinking about like standing up and moving around. Like, that's why VR isn't like super popular, I think. This is just my assumption. I don't know, maybe it is popular. I think most people just want to sit down and play. They're not trying to be like all involved. But it seemed like with the Wii, it was just like a combination of they got it right, the marketing, the commercials, the games. But also, it wasn't just motion controls. Like, it was like a controller as well. I remember Brawl was on it. That's a game I played. So yeah, like I wonder like what made it take off so much. Also, oh, you know what it is? Like it's all coming to me now. Like I wonder if that was the first big thing since. Oh God, what was it? The GameCube prior? No, yeah, right. Was there anything besides handhelds? I guess. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was like a big return to the scene. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know the PS3 was popping. Was it? Man, my dates are getting all wrong. I feel like the PS3 was already out at this time. Or was about to be. I don't know, man. 2008, here, I don't feel so bad because 2008 to me feels like only a couple years ago. It's been more than a couple years. Anyway, tell me whatever you want about the Wii. These two songs are great. Castle Bleck sounds to me like a secret dungeon or something. It sounds like a place you like kind of optional or something. But both had this really awesome, alluring space of dread. And like you shouldn't be there. But I love the chiptune callback, if it is a callback. Okay. A lot of yapping. But hey, I'm always curious about Nintendo stuff. It's going to be what I play a lot next year, so I guess I got to prepare now with all these questions, right? If you didn't know, 2026 I have a handful of, not Mario, but Nintendo games I'm going to be playing for the first time. I got to meet Link, Kirby, and Mario, and Samus, and all that, so thank you to the requesters, and let me know what's up here. Thanks to everyone you see on screen. I could not be here without them. I'll see you guys later in the auditorium. Peace.